Okay, so we bought a cardboard construction toolkit for Spencer. We can build an airplane using cardboard. Comes with all the little pieces, the nuts and bolts, the corner brackets, yeah, cutters, and a wrench. You got the wrench. And you got the construction goggles on, Spence. Are you ready to build some stuff? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna build this one, okay? We're gonna build an airplane. Save all these boxes. We're gonna be building. What are we gonna do? Like this. Okay, Dad, I'm gonna start working on it, okay? You gonna help? Let's do this side. I'm sure. See? Like this? Well, actually, we should have done the other way, but it works too. Here. With a screwdriver here. Okay, help. Like that. Yeah. Tic-tac-toe? Okay.
No.
Can you help me put this in? Okay, put it in. Okay, then I can tighten it. There you go. All right, next we got to cut some wings. Two wings, ta-da! Spence, we got to make a few circle pieces. Can you help me? Let's find something that a circle. That I'm gonna use a bowl. Like this. I'm gonna trace a circle. Look at the circle. Came out pretty good. What do you think? Pretty nice circle, isn't it? See all the pieces over there for the airplane? Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. You're gonna show me?
What?
Let's go inside when we're ready, okay?
Ow.
Yeah, I'll do the other side. Okay, last two pieces. Look, the propeller, Spence. You did it. Look, Spence. Our airplane is sort of complete. Ooh. Oscar is here. Our airplane. Okay, here. Here you go. This one's not attached, but you can use that. How you fly the airplane? Look at the propeller. Oh, that would be a good idea. Yeah, we can make a hole in the bottom and you can walk around it. You want to sit inside? I don't know if you can. You can try. You want to sit inside? 2, 1, go. Okay. Are you flying? Let's clean up. Let's get started working on the van. Today is day 75 of our DIY Sprinter van build. And it looks like we got our Starlink Mini. Nice, we ordered this like 2 days ago. It's already arrived. And last night after dinner, I came back down to the van to work on some stuff. Let me show you guys what I worked on. So, I was working on our 12 volt stuff here. turn this light on, make it a little bit brighter. I wired up one of the 2 fuse terminals for the 12-volt stuff. How I did it was I cut a bunch of shorter cables that are about this length and crimped on the O-rings on one side, and the other side I left sort of bare. And I added a bunch of connectors on the other end of the cables that run throughout the van. And so I just connect them to the little connectors to get everything sort of hooked up. The reason why I did it like this is because I didn't want to make all the connections from up here in this tiny little space. So it's easier to just prep all the wires, get it all connected, and then just sort of connect them together in this manner, because I don't really want to be sort of making all the cuts and stuff. And the process wouldn't be as neat either. This is really neat. This is like just super clean, but obviously I still need to clean it up. So I'm gonna continue working on attaching all the 12-volt stuff, and I think I'm pretty much done with connecting most of the electrical components. And if I'm done with this, I might actually be able to turn on the power today just to test it out. Not everything. I'm still waiting for some fuses for the solar panels, and I haven't even hooked up the solar panels, but I think we can test out the 12-volt system. All right, let's get started. I just got one more connection I need to make on this fuse panel, and then I got to cut a few of the other ones. These are going to be connected to a switch for like the ball valve and the water pump. So those are on and off switches. And also the Starlink is going to have a switch too. I'm just making a few more wires because that one fuse block is not enough. I'm going to have to add a few more things, like the electromagnetic lock for the tilting solar setup and the linear actuators for these solars. And yeah, this is probably like a little bit too big, because I fit 95% of all the stuff in the van in that one block that's already attached. This is just going to be whatever else is left. I also got the 5-gang switch here, which is going to allow me to turn on and off some things. So the things that I need the switches for is going to be the Starlink, the water pump, the gray water ball valve, electromagnetic lock for the solar, and the solar tilting. So we can turn on and off for those. Those 5 are going to go on this switch box. I still need to put the blade fuses on each of the lines there, but let's just put the covers back on for now. Next, I am preparing the cables for the rocker switch. I made a few labels for the different switches that we'll have. Let me make some connections, and we can, well, I can't connect this yet because I still need like a board to mount this on, but let's just make the connections first. So how this is going to work is there's going to be a positive line that's going to run through the rocker here. When the switch is turned on, it connects the lines together and it powers on the device. So I'm going to connect both a red and a black wire to this one. They're just going to be acting as the sort of the loop that goes from the power source in and continues onto the device. And then on the other end, one is going to get connected to the power source and the other is going to get connected to the actual device that I'm trying to power. So it doesn't matter if it's black or red, it just serves the purpose of making that connection. Okay, first connection in. I'll do the same for the other 4. I finally disconnected the 2 fans to connect it to the main fuse box here. So it's getting pretty hot. I left that for last, but eventually needed to be disconnected and reconnected to the system. Hopefully I can get everything up by the end of today so we can get the fan going again. So all the connections for the 12 volt are in, with the exception of the fuse boxes themselves. I have a line right here that runs to the DC to DC converter. I'm going to splice this one, add some ring terminals to it, and connect it between these 2. And I think I'm done with this section here. Side. This is done for now. Let's close this up and we'll work on something else. Right. I'm going to start adding some of these USB plugs around the van, like this one. This is a little switch type USB-A and USB-C wall mount. So I'm going to find some places to install these and run some wires to these guys. I decided that Starlink is not going to get a switch. I'm just going to set up the USB here to plug the Starlink in, and if I don't want to use the Starlink, I can just unplug it. And the other port is going to be for powering the display, the touchscreen display for the Servo GX. So I need those 2. I don't want to have an on and off switch for turning the entire device on and off. Okay. This connection here is for the Webasto furnace. Connect these. I'm going to get the water pump mounted too, so I can get the power cable connected to it. And this pump is going to go right over here. And I also got these bedside reading lights. Also got a USB port on the bottom, and that's going to get installed right over here. These are the little cubbies right by the bed. Okay. I'm going to be drilling a hole into our water tank to install this. This is a water level gauge. So as water sort of fills up, it lets our system know that we are full, and when it's all the way down, then it's empty. So I gotta make a little hole here, insert this and secure it. The only problem is, I'm afraid if I use a hose-all like this, stuff is gonna fall into our freshwater tank, which is not good. So I think I'm gonna get it started, and then I will use like my knife or something to like a blade to finish it the rest of the way. But let's get started. I guess I can go a little bit deeper before I I use the knife because it's pretty deep. Right. Now that this water gauge is in, I'm done for the day. It's almost dinner time. It's really dark out. I should probably get a lamp or something that I can plug in. It's really dark here. Just working off of this camp lamp that we have. But I will probably continue working on the van after dinner. Same thing as what I did these last 2-3 days. Let's see what my mom made for dinner tonight. Veggie, of course. And some beans and beef, some eggplants with, it looks like fish paste, some leftovers from yesterday. Okay guys, I'm gonna end the video here. We're about to have dinner. I didn't get to turn on the power today to everything. I'm actually still waiting for a fuse for the 12-volt fuse boxes that I built earlier today. So once that arrives, then I can just turn it on. Well, not just turn it on, but I still have to connect all the rest of the wires to the batteries, to the main switch, to the rest of the system. So in a day or so, we should be able to turn everything back on. And then in the meantime, today, tomorrow, I will just work on just linking up everything else that's around the van, the USBs, anything else that needs to be connected. I will do that, like all the detail stuff. And then once electric is done, then we can start working on the plumbing stuff, which I kind of started today with the water fill thing and mounting the water pump. And so if you guys want to keep following our DIY Sprinter van build, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when the new videos come out. And if you enjoy watching this video, smash that like button so they can spread out to more people. We really appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.